Georgia football, has moved to take over the East Laurens program. Coach, obviously East Laurens has had some struggles over the last couple of years. They have had two straight losing seasons, only one winning season the last decade. But you're coming to town to make a difference. You're a difference maker. You've done it in so many programs around the mid-state. Your thoughts on joining that program there at East Laurens?
First of all, I'm excited for a new beginning, but I think Baldwin was that way when I took it over. There wasn't a lot of wins formally before we got there, and there were a lot of people that thought we could not win. But this place is very similar when you start talking about athletes and opportunity. And again, at the end of the day, there's one thing about it. When you come into a new situation and there ain't been a bunch of wins, the only thing you can do is go up. And that's what we're looking forward to, man. A lot of great players here, good administration, probably the best facilities, Bill, probably the best facilities in 1A football. So we got an opportunity to do something special.
That's awesome. Have you been well received so far? Are they excited? Have you kind of pumped a little excitement into that program and fan base?
No doubt, no doubt. People are looking at me saying, Coach, you've done some winning, so why can't you come in and do the same thing? We're going to exact some energy, but the big thing for us is to try to make better fathers, husbands, and neighbors. And when you do that, you make better football players at the same time. So no doubt that the energy has been good. The kids have been very receptive, parents, administration, the school, everybody's kind of excited. So we're excited. Football is a kickoff for everybody across this state. So we're going to try to do a positive thing and get the school year started off in a positive note.
You told me that there's a good freshman class. I mean, you're trying to build something not only for 2024, but for the future. So kind of developing that talent is going to be part of your process this year, I would imagine.
We've got a great group of seniors and leaders, but man, that freshman group, man, they are loaded. There's about 6 to 7 guys in that freshman group that is jockeying for starting positions on the varsity. And that is exciting when you start thinking about your future. You start thinking about those guys and what they can do as they get ready to come through and matriculate their 4 years. But again, when you got freshmen out here competing for varsity spots, you got some talent. And we're really excited about those guys.
Absolutely, no question. We'll get in a little bit more specifics with Coach Hicks about what to expect from the Falcons in our next report. Jesse Hicks is taking over the program at East Laurens. The Falcons coming off of a 3-8 season last year. There was a quarterback there, Zay Boston, who was very good, Coach. He's gone on to the next level to play in Indiana in college at Manchester. But you have someone in Ty Sneed who played at quarterback last year with him and is going to be a big part of your football team, it sounds like, this year. Is that right?
Yeah, on both sides of the ball. Ty is definitely one of our leaders, man. He's an awesome young man. He comes from a family, a bunch of brothers. We've got him, and we got a younger Sneed that's coming up, and then we got one at the middle school. So we're going to keep those Sneeds coming through. But Ty's done an excellent job. He's been a great leader for us. And no doubt he's going to be the man for us on both sides of the ball. He's going to bring a special element to the quarterback position. He's a big kid. He's about 6'2", 6'3", about 205, 10 pounds, can run, can throw it. So we're excited about what he's going to bring. He's getting a lot of attention from the colleges across the country. So again, when you got a guy who's been in the fire and got a guy that can help on both sides of the ball, especially in 1A football, is really, really going to help. He'll be surrounded by some good guys too now, but he's a special, special talent.
That's great. Great to have him. The defense needs help. I mean, they gave up a lot of points last year, Coach, 41.1 points per game allowed. So we're going to see a little Jesse Hicks presence on that defense to get that number down a little bit for this year.
No doubt. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that I got a great staff. I hired a young man who's an Albany State grad, Ryan Selby, who was at Hepzibah last year. He's coming in and take over our defense. And, it's good to have a guy who knows your defense and has run it before, played in it. Actually, my son is going to coach my linebackers this year, awesome. So he'll be on the defensive side. And I got some guys who have played in this system. Eric Norris, who played at Eastern Kentucky, and, of course, Coach Burley, who also played here and played at Fort Valley. Those guys are going to be taking over our defense and showing up what we need to get done. So I'm excited about what we get. We actually look very good on defense here in the spring and then during the summer months. So I'm excited about it. We got a couple of young kids over there. Jeremiah Rosa at linebacker is going to be really, really good. And, of course, that freshman class, being led by Major Floyd and Legion Mack. Those kids are going to be real, real good for us too. Logan Clements at linebacker, man. We got some guys that can play. They just got to be able to do it on Friday night for 4 quarters.
That's awesome. Real quick, Region Two, Single A, Division One. You know these programs, Coach.
I do.
You coach the Central. You know North and Northeast and Southwest, Waco. It's a tough region. A lot of competition. Good test for you this year, right?
No doubt. I call it the SEC of 1A football in the state of Georgia, man. That's some good football in there. Dodgers in there, Dublin's in there. We're going to actually play Johnson County, who always got a real good program. Of course, Northeast and Southwest. I get to coach against some more friends of mine over in Macon. So again, man, I think we got one of the toughest regions in 1A football in the state of Georgia. So, and with 1A, you got to be able to win some games so you can get into the playoff. The playoff situation on 1A is a little bit different from most.
Yeah.
So I think our competition level really, really will speak to us and give us some great challenges on Friday night. And we don't have to travel that far, so we should have some great crowds.
Absolutely, no doubt. Well, Coach Hicks, we are excited to see what you can do for East Laurens. Good luck to you this year. We'll see you during the season.
Thank you for having me, Bill, and man, go Falcons.